Dear students, today we are going to talk about a law which is very famous in the name of the inventor Biot and Savart. They empirically derived this law to find a relationship between certain aspects which dictates the production of magnetic field due to current flowing through a conductor. He found empirically that magnetic field due to a small segment of a conductor which is carrying certain current through it is producing a magnetic field at certain distance from that live wire, the segment of the wire at certain distance, say P. We consider a point P which is lying r distance from the wire segment which is carrying the current I through it. This wire segment we have taken as AB, whose length is dl, and the line joining the center of the wire segment and the point where we have to find the magnetic field is making theta angle with the tangent drawn on the wire segment at that point. So that means if this is a tangent, then and the line AP is making theta angle with the tangent, then in that situation he found that magnetic field intensity at this point P, whenever the I current is allowed to pass through the conductor, they found that it was proportional to the current flowing through the conductor. More was the current, more was the magnetic field produced. It was also proportional to the length of the wire segment. It was also proportional to the sine of this angle. And finally, it was also found that the magnetic field was reciprocal to the square of the distance between the point A and the point P, where we have to find the magnetic field. Well, this was empirically derived, but when you remove the when you keep this all together, we have dB is proportional to ideal sine theta by r square. But whenever we remove the sign of proportionality, we must introduce some constant, and here we are introducing a constant which is known as permeability mu 0 by 4 pi. In the coming chapters and the topic, when we learn more about it, we will learn more in details about the permeability, and this permeability is a constant for a given medium. What for the limited approach, we can understand what is permeability. For this case, we can take it as the quantitative measure of the degree of magnetization of a material when it is placed in external magnetizing field. Say for example, if we place iron in a magnetic field, it gets more magnetized as compared to steel. So just like that, we will see different materials are having different behaviors for the different level of magnetization for the same magnetizing field applied on the material, and therefore this we shall be studying about it more in the coming chapters. Also we will learn how the dimension, the unit of this permeability becomes Newton by ampere square or Henry per meter, and hence we will also finally find the dimension of the permeability. So these things we are leaving right now because we need to learn more about it and when we learn about this related terms, then we will be in a position to understand how this mu permeability is having unit SI unit Newton by ampere square and the dimension as well could be found out. Now here you see, here the magnetic field is there magnitude of magnetic field is determined, but it is not addressing the direction of magnetic field produced due to this wire segment. They found empirically what was the direction. You can very much have a easy method to find the direction of magnetic field. You catch hold of the wire. Just imagine, don't really catch hold of a live wire, it is very fatal. But you imagine that you are catching hold of a wire which is carrying current. Say the current is moving in this direction towards the tip of the pen, conventional current. Then you catch hold of the wire, showing your thumb the direction of current flowing, conventional current flowing. Then whatever the direction of tangent on this curved finger will be, that will give us the direction of magnetic field at that point due to this wire carrying current. Say for example, we are talking about my ring over here. Then you take this pen as a tangent. So the direction of this pen is showing the direction of magnetic field produced due to this live wire carrying current. Now we can talk about some another point. Here the tangent is different, so this is the direction of magnetic field produced due to this live wire, so on so forth. So you can keep doing finding the tangent, and the direction of tangent will tell us the direction of magnetic field. Here you have something different, here you have something different. So everywhere what you have to do is simply draw the tangent on this curved finger at that point, and that direction will give you the direction of magnetic field produced due to the line segment, the wire carrying current. But that is a crude method, of course, very easy to find the direction, but sometimes it may not be easy to have a conclusion. So we write this expression for magnetic field in the vectorial form. We add r vector in the numerator, and so what you see is when you expand this, you get IDL r sin theta, and that divided by, of course, mu 0 by 4 pi is there, divided by r cube. So this one r is cancelling and making the denominator having only r square left, and in the numerator we get IDL sin theta. So we are getting the same expression what was empirically derived, but in this format you have one benefit is you can find the direction of magnetic field, because magnetic field is a vector quantity, so we essentially need to express it in vectorial form so that we can address the direction of the magnetic field as well. So that's why here you see the direction of magnetic field will be given by the cross product of dl and r. What is dl? dl is in this direction and r vector is along AP. So you have the screw rule for finding the direction of dl cross r. This is r and this is dl. You place a screw in this plane containing r and dl vector, and you move from dl to r. This is dl, direction of dl, direction of r. You move the screw is moving away from the observer. You see it is getting inside the plane of the blackboard. So that means if the wire and point are lying in the vertical plane, then the direction of magnetic field will be going into the blackboard in the horizontal plane. So for different situations, if we have another situation we can discuss. If we have dl and dr lying in horizontal plane, say for example it is like that, this is r vector and this is dl vector, then you place the screw over here and move it from dl to r. You see it is going downwards. Therefore if dl and r lies in the horizontal plane as you see here, then the dl cross r vector will be directed vertically downwards. So similarly you can find all other cases in the same fashion. Thank you and have a nice day.